Universal Studios, Florida. It's time for Now That's Comedy with Mike McDaniel. This week featuring Mark Lowry, Robert G. Lee, Paul Aldrich, and Johnny Roberts. And here's our host, Mike McDaniel.
Hi, I'm Mike McDaniel. Welcome to Now That's Comedy, the show that features this nation's top clean comedians. On tonight's show, we've got a great lineup of talent, so let's kick things off with comedian, storyteller Robert G. Lee on fatherhood.
Another big part of my life right now is that I am a father. 7-year-old boy, 12-year-old daughter, which means my daughter has officially reached the pre-teen stage, otherwise known as teenagerous embarrassmentious. This is where a teenager can actually die of embarrassment. When this happens, certain involuntary reactions occur. The hand comes up, hits the head. The eyes roll back. The spine collapses. And the word dad becomes a 4-syllable word. Dad. If you can hit all 4 at once, you win the parental daily double. Dad. This is my new hobby. Now you may think this is cruel, but this is the daughter we gave birth to. Fed, diapered, loved, prayed with, read stories to, brought about 3 million glasses of water at midnight. And now, when we go to the movies and we sit next to her, she gives us that look. Dad, people may see us. Oh, we're so sorry, Kristen. Oh, we're so sorry. We shall be in the lobby. You stay by yourself. We are so sorry. My wife and I chaperoned her 6th grade roller skating party. Now, this is where parents are not even allowed to look at their offspring. They're skating. The parents are sequestered off in the corner, huddled in a mass, going, alms, alms for the parents, alms, alms. Well, I broke away from the pack because I'm going to win the parental daily double. Sweetheart, is that the boy you like? I mean, you think he's cute, really? Oh, in case you have an accident, I brought some extra underwear for you. Let me find it here. I couldn't find Princess Jasmine. I hope Little Mermaid's okay. She skates away. Dad. The other parents come out. High five. Good job. You won. Good job. High five. There you go. This is what I live for.
We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back. Coming up next, we've got the multifaceted Mark Lowry. Now, when Mark's not performing at one of his sellout concerts, he's eating. So here's Mark Lowry with I Can Eat It All.
I'm no good!
Woo! Take a look at this.
I can scarf a dozen donuts and lick the sugar off my hands. If I had 100 tacos, I could eat them on command. If I eat them even faster, you can see my waist expand. But the bloated feeling that I get is the part that I can't stand. In the middle of the kitchen, I can't help but gain a pound. I'll never taste the thrill of victory till I finally chow down. I can offer no defense when that aroma fills the place. When I'm served a tray of burgers, I will gladly stuff my face. I can eat it all, alfalfa, sprouts, and greens. But when it comes to fast food, I eat everything. I can eat it all, whatever I desire. It's fat that I require, 'cause I'm a butterball. I can eat it all. The source of my condition is the fact I don't abstain. I can measure my consumption by the weight that I have gained. Well, my friends call me a glutton, and that causes me such pain. If they serve me one more salad, I think I will go insane. 'Cause I've laid aside the health food for the fatter foods I found. When I get my hands on pizza, I can never put it down. When I hit my favorite restaurants, I eat everything I see. After hours at the buffet, they are begging me to leave. I can eat it all, alfalfa, sprouts, and greens. But when it comes to fast food, I eat everything. I can eat it all, whatever I desire. It's fat that I require, 'cause I'm a butterball. I can eat it all. I have a favorite verse I would like you all to know, and it goes like this: man cannot live by bread alone. That is why I lay my ground beef on a rolling flame of fire. The more I have, the more that I desire. I can eat it all. I can eat it all, whatever I desire. It's fat that I require, 'cause I'm a butterball. I'm wider than I'm tall. I'm pure cholesterol. I can eat it all.
Now that's comedy. Okay, coming up next, we have comedic performer Paul Aldrich, and he's going to give us his perspective of evolution.
Tonight, let's take a trip to Evolution 1A. Now, please listen carefully and be ready to respond appropriately. One little cell turned into two. That makes sense to me. These little cells just grew and grew. That makes sense to me. Now they grew till they became a fish. Here we go. That makes sense to me. I hope you all agree with this. That makes sense to me. The search goes on for the missing link. Why don't we take time to think? Monkey see, monkey do. Somebody's trying to make a monkey out of you. Out of you. Now some fish grew legs and little feet. that makes sense to me. So they could stroll along the beach, that makes sense to me. Now a few grew hair and very soon, that makes sense to me. They naturally became baboons, that makes sense to me. Well, even Darwin would agree we must test theories logically. Monkey see, monkey do. Somebody's trying to make a monkey out of you. Out of you. Out of you. One day a monkey stood up straight. That makes sense to me. Cut off his tail and got a shave. That makes sense to me. Now he bought a condo near the jungle. That makes sense to me. Said, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. That makes sense to me. Well, no one wants to be a fool. Check out what you're taught in school. Monkey see, monkey do. Somebody's trying to make a monkey out of you. 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 Hey, hey, we're not the monkeys. No, 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 no.
Oh, cool. We're at the T2 Terminator 3D. That's great. Hey, looks like I'm going to go check this out, so we'll be back. We're back here at Universal Studios Florida. I'm Mike McDaniel. Coming up next is Johnny Roberts. This was shot at Warner Southern Christian College in Lake Wales, Florida. Now, Johnny's from Alabama, where his grandfather was also a comedian, but Johnny's also had some problems with some of the motels he stayed in. Take a look.
Michael!
Oh, I must go. Mom needs her towel.
But I'm really glad to be here. I'm a Lee College boy. I'm a Church of God boy too. It's a little different one, I think, but went up there to Lee and did my thing, and y'all know how it is. But I'm glad to be here. My granddaddy, I had one granddaddy was a stand-up comic till he was 85. And he could still tell a good joke. He just couldn't stand up no more. The old guy made it to 107. 107. And he didn't even die. He just overslept one morning, and they buried him. So that ended that right there, I'm telling you. And you know, people do anything for money, won't they? I was reading in the paper today. Did you see where those two guys robbed a bank this afternoon? Did y'all see that on the news? Two guys robbed a bank. They wore stockings over their head. Well, actually, they wore pantyhose over their head. So they had to walk real close together. But they did it. It was on the news. What do you want? We get to travel around quite a bit, stay in hotels and all. Well, I ain't gonna be staying in a hotel tonight, but I may drive back to the country. Stayed in a hotel the other day, and the room was so small. See, there we go. We got to get a comedy crowd going here. Room was so small, when I closed the doorknob got in bed with me. I called the clerk. I said, hey, man, I got a leak in the sink. He said, well, go ahead. Everybody else does.
Can you fix it?
Well, it's gonna cost you.
You know, Robert G. Lee has a lot to say about automobiles and maintenance. So here's Robert quoting from the Book of Bob. What do you think of that?
Well, see that wire? That's your problem. It's got a little bit of a...
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark.
Chapter 2. And lo, if you take your car in to be repaired, and the mechanic estimateth the cost to be $50. But when thou picketh it up, he chargeth 500. He shall be called the evil one. And from that day forward, every time the evil mechanic goeth to a restaurant, he shall be charged 10 times the normal price for a meal. And when he asks for an explanation, he shall be told that he ordered a difficult hamburger. And it took much longer to prepare than originally thought. And the lettuce had to be installed by an expert. And they had to send away for the bun. Thus he shall reap his own reward. And lo, when shopping to buy a vehicle of motor, and the salesman saith, look at the lines on this baby. Or this baby would look good on you. Or personally, I'm not making a dime on this baby. Then he shall spontaneously combust. One might wonder how I came to call the Book of Bob the Book of Bob. After much fasting and praying, I entreated the Lord as to what he would have me call it. And in a vision late at night, the word came to me, it's pretty much your call, Bob. Chapter 3. And lo, when at the mall of shopping, and parking spaces are not in abundance, but another hath parked their car diagonally across the only 2 spaces left, and I see jujubes and milk duds on the other driver's seat, then thy anger shall smolder in thy bosom against the rude jujube man, and lo, within the hour, a troop of Cub Scouts shall come out of Chuck E. Cheese and press their stinky fingers all over the new wax job, and a cheap plastic toy purchased for 40 tokens shall be stuffed up the exhaust pipe, so the car shall never again run properly all the days of its lease. I do so enjoy that one. And lo, if one parks in a handicapped spot, but is not physically impaired in any way, but uses the excuse that they'll only be inside the mall for about a minute, then they are among the most loathsome of all of God's creatures. And while in the mall, their toes shall be run over by a 300-pound man in a wheelchair, who shall apologize by saying the pain should only last for about a minute.
Hey, that was Robert G. Lee. You know, in addition to being a comedian, Robert is the host of TV's Bible quiz show, Inspiration Please. You see this shark right here? Remember the first time you saw Jaws? Pretty scary, wasn't it? Well, according to comedian Paul Aldrich, kids today have a lot more to worry about than sharks. They need to worry about Mother Goose.
There's another one. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack, jump over the candlestick. This is not a game you should be teaching young children. I'm sorry. It's kind of, try it again, Jack. Three blind mice. I'm sorry, 3 visually impaired mice. Now, are we going to help these poor sightless creatures out? Oh, no. No, we want to see how they run. I mean, this is Mother Goose teaching cruelty to animals. This is terrible stuff. I'm sorry. Just gets worse. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Now picture the scene here for just a moment, if you will. Jack has just fallen down and cracked open his skull. Right? Now, as if that's not sick enough, the story continues. Up Jack got and home to trot as fast as he could caper, went to bed to mend his head with vinegar and brown paper. This is modern medicine, according to Mother Goose, right? Hey, if you fall down and crack your skull, just build a brown paper salad on your head. I think that'll fix it right away. Yeah. All right, now we have a sharp group here tonight. I want you to listen very carefully to this next one. See if you can make any sense at all out of this. Hey, diddle, diddle. The cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is an LSD flashback. I mean, as if young people didn't have enough problems already today, now we have Mother Goose on drugs. I think this is terrible stuff. Just say no, Mother Goose, just say no. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Apparently he only knew 3 vowels. And on this farm, he had some chicks. E-I-E-I-O. With a chick here and a chick there. Here a chick, there a chick, everywhere a chick. This dude had babes all over the place. We wonder why kids have problems. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. That's it, no more.
Thanks for watching Now That's Comedy. I hope you enjoyed Paul Aldrich, Mark Lowry, Robert G. Lee, and Johnny Roberts. We have more of these guys plus other new clean comedians on our next show. Until then, we're saying goodnight from Universal Studios, Florida. See ya.
Now that's comedy. Underwritten by Mike McDaniel Productions Incorporated in association with Universal Studios, Florida.